Greetings everybody, welcome to another Command and Conquer 3 Tiberium Essence cast. I am your host, A.N.U.S Productions Entertainment, and today I have a 1v1 for you, and it's a Nod Mirror today on the map. I think it was Desert Oasis, I think this map is called, and we have Kara in the top left position as a green nod, and Contwrath as a red nod in the bottom right. So yes, it's going to be a nod mirror, and this map is very interesting because we have a lot of resources here, because as you can see, a tip spike for each player, as well as the vein hole monsters for each player as well, because these grant 4 times extra resources compared to blue Tiberium. So this is going to be very interesting. I like this map quite a lot. We've got a bit of a city. In fact, 2 players have got 2 tip spikes. Both players have got 2 tip spikes each, which is quite nice. And yes, we're gonna have a nod mirror, and I apologize if Keller is going to be recurring in these games, because he plays Tiberium Essence a lot, and I will be casting some tournament games, because we've had quite a few players on this tournament, to be honest. That happened a few days ago, so I'll be excited to cast some of those games. I did cast one. I did try to live cast one of them, but unfortunately it didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped, so I'm just going to cast it I'm just going to cast it after the match and stuff, but unfortunately I will know what happens. But at least you will get to see the action that takes place on that game. So enough about that, let's discuss this game. So here we go. We've got a bit of a buggy. We've got a buggy just scouting out on the river there. We've got an attack bike coming in from Keller, going to be going straight to the base there. Probably doing harvest and harassment there. We've got militant squad at the front. We've got no, we've not got an expansion just yet. I mean, we are about to get an expansion there. He has taken the Tiberium spike. Both players have taken the Tiberium spikes. Both of them, in fact. So both players have got 2 tip spikes each. And we've got attack bikes on the front line of the base here. And it seems that Contwrath was going to go in for a sneaky not emissary there, but it will actually get destroyed. And just give me a minute while I just zip on my trousers here, and we're going to be seeing that emissary is actually still going to be going towards this Tiberium field, although the attack bike will be retreating over to Keller's base again, probably to regroup. Going to be getting out some more units and going to be flopping off Contwrath's plans, I assume. So it's going to be a little bit calm in the first stages of the game. Of course, it normally is, but we could see some aggressive moves coming from both players here. I have seen some lovely aggro games from Keller. I don't know if he's necessarily going to do that today, but here we go. Scorpion tanks are going to be rolling out there. Look at those beefy treads. They are definitely going to be oddly sexual in that regard. And we see emissary is going to be deploying over there. And yeah, both players will go to Scorpions, quite standard. And I don't know if Keller will be going for this outpost or not, because it could be a good idea if he would, because then he would get rid of that area, just deny it completely. If Keller wanted to be actually horrible, I don't know if he'll be necessarily able to manage, but he could potentially attempt to get an NCD over there. It is possible, and he is denying himself he's denying his opponent resources, that little vein there. So unfortunately Contwrath is going to have to get an engineer in that turret hub on the bridge there and repair the bridge himself, and that's going to be quite unfortunate for him. He's not going to get those juicy vein hole resources, which will definitely help in this game. At the moment, Keller hasn't got a lot of Scorpion tanks. I'm not sure how many Contwrath has at the moment. I don't think he's got that many, although he's only got 2 at the moment, which is hilarious actually. He has got the AMP control center. Keller has not obtained his yet, so he may have an advantage yet, but those Scorpion tanks really need to be getting out those war factories soon, otherwise he's going to be swarmed quite quickly. Here we go, we've got a cannon turret thingy over here, sting turret. I mean, that's the thing, it's quite a, I'd say it's quite a GDI design, because the lasers are in Tibsum, and obviously this is not directly related to Tibsum, but it has a Tibsum theme to it, so of course it's going to be a little bit different. But here we go, I was either going for missile or militant squads, I couldn't decide which, but militant squads are going to be coming out there, and the Scorpion tanks are going to go along the bottom. So interestingly enough, he's going to try and attack the front end over there. So I would have really gone for the expansion, to be honest. I mean, I know he's got militant rocket squads, but he's got less defenses, and he would have been able to get rid of the Scorpion tanks and the militant rocket squad over here. And for some reason, the Tiberium spike is being attacked over there, and that will draw all of these forces away. I don't know what Keller's doing right now. I mean, he suddenly decided to go to the top. I think he might have seen sense of the fact that there is actually there are not many defenses over here, and the two Scorpion tanks from Contwrath have now reappeared out of the mysterious infinite universe into this match again, and they will be going through this base, hopefully chomping through these structures. We've got a little bit of a buggy coming along for the ride as well, and some strange writing on there as well on the side. I wonder if that's screen or an actual human language. I'm not too sure. But we're going to see some, we're going to see a bit of an opposition coming from Contwrath here. I'm not too sure if these molten rocket squads will be able to deal with these tanks effectively. The tanks have got the laser upgrade, so they will definitely just be chomping through that as if it were butter. Look at that! The militant rocket squads just got annihilated, and so do the tanks as well. So this outpost will be going down indefinitely, and the harvesters will be being destroyed very quickly over there. So Contwrath is a bit of a predicament right now. He needs to get some vehicles out to try and get rid of these tanks. In fact, Banshees would probably be the best bet for him right now. I don't know how well Harpies will take care of Scorpion tanks. Probably not well, considering that they are anti-infantry aircraft. So I don't think Harpies would actually be the best choice for him right now. But he seems to be doing not too badly. His infantry is just getting slaughtered. I mean, obviously, commanders like to abuse their units, and the defenses aren't really holding up very well either. So he's going to have to really try and chase Keller away, and Contwrath is actually going to have to try and rush some units out as quickly as possible. And we do see a tech lab appearing on the battlefield there, but I mean, he's going to have to try and rush some units out, get some more Scorpion tanks out before he even thinks about getting some tier 3 out as well. And I realise I'm repeating myself a little bit, but nobody cares. Some Scorpion tanks have come out of the war factory, which is interesting, and we see a little rebellion going off over here. The flame whatsits, the flame units, Black Hand. That's what they're called. They killed the infantry inside that building, and they will actually be destroying that EMP control center, which is quite lucky for Keller. So he did just get that, and he's got a massive amount of Scorpion tanks. He could probably really take care of Contwrath's forces very easily there, and he's not, he's got some units out. I would assume at least Contwrath should be obviously a little bit more careful around his harvesters. I don't know if Keller will just be going around the same area again, or if he'll be going to the front of the base this time, trying to go for a different attack. Because there's about half and half with Contwrath. He's can put half his forces in one, and half his forces in another just to protect himself. And Keller's got himself tier 3 as well, with this massive Scorpion tanks. Might actually win Keller the match today, so I don't know if either player is going to be using these tech labs, although because they're there, they will at least help with the tech battle should the battle turn that way. This conflict is definitely going to be bloody. An MCV coming to the middle of the map, going to be harvesting the giant Tiberium field, although it's not that big. But these tanks also in position here. Contwrath is going to try and anticipate his opponent's moves, and he's going to move in as well. He's definitely going to go all in, and here we go, Shadows coming through over there, and another little tiny harvester going to be trying to not do anything. He's not going to be doing anything at all. He's just going to be the dick. Ooh, EMP coming up from the Shadow squads there. That's very nasty. Jesus, does actually take down a couple of Scorpion tanks. Doesn't take down the MCV. The MCV was actually converting into the building as it was put down. But here we go, the huge attack coming from Keller over here. Going to be taking down quite a few structures on the front line. Also, the refineries do go down, the harvesters as well. This entire base just gets slaughtered, and the amount of Scorpions that Keller has is ridiculous, and that forces Contwrath to sell. Well, GG's everybody. That was a good match. I really would have thought Contwrath would have put up a better fight, honestly. Don't know why these 3 structures are left, honestly. It's quite weird. Oh, he's not stunning off, actually. He might be actually trying to climb back from that. He's just completely abandoning this position. And he's going to be focusing on the middle. But then again, at this point, there's no point, because he hasn't got any tech structures. He's back to square one again. And compared to Keller with his tier 3, there's going to be absolutely no chance that he's going to win this. We're going to see some decimated cyborgs. I think the cyborg Reapers, actually. Yeah, the Reapers coming out of that secret shrine. Unless I'm mistaken, they're coming out the secret shrine, which is quite weird. I thought they would be coming out the wall factory, but there we go. Infantry, 4 infantry getting absolutely slaughtered, and they should be really quitting really soon now because there's nothing Contwrath can do against the slaughter of Scorpion tanks. So very good game between these two players. I did enjoy looking at this. I would have thought that Contwrath would have been putting up a better fight against him, but alas, he was too slow in getting units out, and he was just focusing on economy a little bit too much. Honestly, thought he would have sent a scout, considering he was not like Keller did. I mean, he had shadow squads and stuff, so I thought Contwrath would have actually occurred to him that he should have probably sent out some units over there, but unfortunately he got killed. So thank you very much for watching this Tiberium cast. Hope you did enjoy it, and I will see you in the next video.